Hello and Katching Secrets Insiders. This is Bernie, and I'm here sailing again. So this week's Catching Up is a special one, live from sailing boat, and I don't want to miss I want to keep my promise. I want to keep my commitment to deliver you the news every week. Let's dive into today's topics. What's going on? First of all, England. So it seems England is getting worse and worse in England. Let me open this. So UK lenders halt mortgage deals because there was a market chaos. So the financial minister in the UK said his name is Kwasi Kwarteng. Or Kwarteng, he announced a mini budget on Friday. What does it mean? That means a mini budget for UK. UK has just a mini budget available in terms of their finances, and immediately the yield rate on the UK 10-year yield rate is what was soaring to the level since 2008. And basically, the market prices in now a basic base rate to a raise of as high as 6%. What does it mean? That means you need to catch inflation, to get inflation under control. You need to raise the basic rate of interest, and so currently they are at, I think, 3%, something like that, but they need to drive it higher. But if they drive it higher, the economy will suffer of that. And so it's difficult to find a balance between that. And the same thing is in Europe. So in Europe, they are trying, or they must raise the interest rate, the overall interest rate, and to catch inflation. We will see if that's working. So the pound, the British pound, against the dollar was just going crazy, was suffering like hell, and it was going down. I don't know, I don't have the numbers currently, but it was just it's getting blown up. So that's the first thing. Next thing, the pipelines, Nord Stream 1 and 2 in Russia, and connecting Russia with Europe. They have been sabotaged, it seems. So there are some leaks in those pipelines, and it seems that someone, we don't know who, but the Russians are accused by the world that they have been doing that, because it's very unusual. The leaks are very big, so it's very unusual that you find some leaks like this in those pipelines. So it seems that those pipelines will not go back to work for this winter, and that means gas prices are again up. They have soared, and they went up drastically again. So this is something that we're facing here. It's a huge thing. The next thing, Russia at the same time says they have the right to use nuclear weapons if territory threatened, top officials say. So that means Russia says we will use nuclear weapons if if you're trying to violate our territories. But what is Russian territory? And this is defined by the Russians themselves. So let's see what's coming up there. Why is this important for us? Because it affects for example, the energy market drastically again. And talking about this, let's move to the crypto world, because Russia, and this is very unusual. Russia, let me bring that up again as well. Share my screen. So Russia was against crypto before all these things happened, and now they are trying to invent their own central bank digital currency. So Russia makes their own currency, and they are using crypto for that, it seems. Another thing that we have on the crypto market, Bitcoin. it was coming back to 20K, and it seems that Bitcoin will have its first September since 2016, which is green, which is positive. So that means Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin was lower at the beginning of September than at the end of September. And this could also be something interesting, that because it seems that now Bitcoin, or the crypto market, seems a little bit to detach from the rest of the market, because the rest of the market still going down, but crypto seems to recover currently. But we will see how this works out. So keep watching cryptos. Very interesting development there. And another thing, so the final thing for today, if you have any questions, by the way, drop us a comment below the video, and I will be happy to answer it. And if you have any questions, let's do that. So the next thing is our pie. What's going on with our pie? Next week is investing time again. So next week we will invest again into our pie. This week, yeah, it is down 7% currently, 7% overall. And let's have a look on the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is still down drastically, and it's down around 21%. So we have opened up a gap again. So if you follow us, you know how important gaps are. A gap is where something in the chart, if you look the price development of the S&P 500, which consists of 500 biggest companies, then you see a gap here. And usually gaps get closed. So all those gaps in the past here we also had a gap, small, tiny gap, and this gap has been closed now. This gap here has been closed now. And now we have some more open gaps. Here on the upside, we have one. So this will be closed for sure as well. We don't know when, but it will be closed. Here, it seems we also have a gap. So there is potential to the upside, but still also potential to the downside. So it will go up and down, like here on the boat is shaking left and right, up and down. And you have to just be patient, follow the strategy we teach. For example, take a strategy, follow it, and then you will win. Even if the prices are going down on the long-term view, you will make profits if you follow your rules, if you set some rules. Having said this, I wish you an amazing week. See you next week again, and happy profits. Catching, and enjoy this view on a sailing boat. Unfortunately, not sailing today. We used to sail, but now the wind is over, and we're motoring right now. But I love doing things like the weekly catching up here on the boat. So this is the life we need. It's sitting on a boat, doing some trading, doing some investing, having a great time with your family, with your friends, and this is how life is amazing. So having said this, again, see you next week. Catching. Bye-bye.
Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience, and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.